In the beginning, there was only darkness, silence, and one very confused stickman floating in an empty void. Then, without warning, a blinding flash exploded around him like the universe had sneezed really hard, and Stickman watched stars burst into existence. He blinked, dusted cosmic glitter off his non-existent shoulders, and muttered, "Well, that escalated quickly." As the newborn universe stretched and expanded, Stickman tumbled through waves of energy like a rag doll doing gymnastics without permission. He passed swirling nebulae forming their first breaths, comets dancing like hyperactive fireflies, and space dust gathering into future galaxies. He waved at them as if greeting neighbors he didn't ask for. Eventually, a small blue planet caught his eye tiny, glowing, and wobbling like it wasn't fully ready. He drifted closer and watched Earth slowly shape itself from chaos. Volcanoes belched fire everywhere, oceans steamed angrily, and meteors dive-bombed the surface like they had no respect for future real estate. Stickman landed on a floating chunk of molten rock, hopping from one scorching stone to another, like the floor was literally lava because it was. Unimpressed, he flicked the ocean back, creating waves that future scientists would blame on natural causes. Then he noticed tiny life forms bubbling to existence, simple cells, wiggling like confused jelly dots. Stickman knelt down, fascinated. Rude Stickman complained, flicking it away gently. Life crawled onto land next, and Stickman followed, stepping onto soil that still smelled like burnt planet. Plants sprouted everywhere, reaching up like over-eager fans at a concert. Stickman gave them a thumbs up, which confused them since they didn't have eyes yet. Soon, insects buzzed loudly, amphibians plopped around, and Stickman realized Earth was turning into a crowded party. Then came the dinosaurs, massive, loud, dramatic creatures who entered life like they owned the place. Stickman was both impressed and offended. A T-Rex roared at him, and Stickman roared back, sounding like a broken flute. Surprisingly, the T-Rex backed off, confused. Stickman strutted proudly, pretending he meant to do that. He spent centuries hanging out with dinosaurs, riding triceratops, and playing hide-and-seek with velociraptors who took the game way too seriously. But Earth wasn't content staying peaceful. A meteor appeared in the sky, glowing like a cosmic light bulb of doom. Stickman squinted at it. Really? He sighed. He tried waving it away, throwing rocks at it, even yelling rude comments, but nothing worked. The meteor slammed into Earth with theatrical flair, and Stickman was launched into the air like a stick-shaped firework. Stickman found them cute at first, until one bit his stick hand because it thought he was a tree. He shook it off gently, apologizing even though it was clearly the mammal's fault. Stickman watched proudly, like a parent who did absolutely nothing but still takes credit. Eventually, early humans appeared tiny compared to dinosaurs, but way louder. They communicated with grunts, gestures, and throwing things at Stickman for fun. He tried teaching them teamwork, only to have them argue about who invented teamwork first. Civilizations rose next, and Stickman wandered through them like a confused tourist. He watched pyramids being built, though he had no idea why everything had to be triangle-shaped. He visited ancient cities full of bustling markets, noisy streets, and questionable plumbing. Humanity advanced rapidly faster tools, smarter ideas, messier politics. Stickmen observed from the background, sipping imaginary coffee while watching cities rise, kingdoms fall, and inventions explode, sometimes by accident, sometimes not. He cheered when humans invented writing, because now they could finally complain in organized paragraphs instead of shouting in caves. The industrial age arrived with smoke, gears, and inventions that made loud clanking noises for no reason. Okay, he said. Humans are becoming too creative. When electricity lit up the world, Stickman was thrilled. He stuck his finger in a socket out of curiosity and was immediately launched across the room. Despite this, he declared electricity a solid invention. He watched cities glow at night, turning Earth into a glittering jewel floating in space. It was messy, noisy, and crowded, but alive in a way that made Stickman proud. Then came the modern digital age, where humans stared at glowing rectangles all day. Stickman tried using a smartphone, but couldn't unlock it because he had no fingerprints. He tried voice commands, but the phone kept saying, "Did you mean chicken soup recipe?" Frustrated, he tossed it aside and went back to observing humanity from a safe distance. Humans soon invented rockets, and Stickman felt a familiar excitement. He hitched a ride on the first spacecraft, sitting casually next to astronauts who screamed when they noticed him. From orbit, he looked down at Earth blue, vibrant, alive. It had changed so much since the days of molten chaos and angry oceans. He smiled, proud of how far his favorite planet had come. As exploration expanded, Stickman drifted through space again, this time by choice. He visited the Moon, poked Mars, and photobombed satellite images humans still argue about today. But no matter how far he wandered, Earth always tugged at him like a home he never really had, but always loved. Returning to Earth, he found the planet buzzing with energy technologies evolving rapidly. Ideas spreading faster than ever. Stickman walked through cities filled with neon lights, electric cars, and people rushing everywhere. He felt oddly sentimental, watching humanity race toward a future even he couldn't predict. Despite all the progress, Stickman noticed something familiar. Earth still had storms, earthquakes, volcanoes, and chaotic moments. But now humans faced them with knowledge, tools, and the ability to help each other. Stickman felt relieved. Chaos was still part of the planet, but so was resilience. He climbed a mountain one evening, watching the sun sink into the horizon. "You've grown beautifully," he whispered to Earth. With history behind him and the future stretching forward, Stickman decided he wasn't done exploring. He wanted to witness the next chapter's new discoveries, new eras, new chaos to laugh at. A reminder that he had been there since the beginning, not as a ruler or creator, and as the stars shimmered above him, Stickman took one last look at the planet he'd followed since its fiery birth. "All right, Earth," he said with a grin. "Let's see what you do next." Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed Stickman's journey through time, hit that like button and subscribe for more stories. See you in the next one.